What is up, everybody? Rex Dreamworld, and we are back for another LEGO DreamWorks fan-made idea. What would happen if now? Okay, you probably know it's Kung Fu Panda time. Now let's start off with Poe. Obviously, for the first level, that's who you play as, but you also gain a new skin style too. So that's two characters in one, and that is literally the whole episode. Well, actually, just one episode. You get to unlock them through free roam, I guess. So that way you can get to the second level. So first level. Now let's just do it the heck. It'll be the first one. Like a second stage is a mini game where Poe must do noodles and stuff. Action sequence, of course, like press at the exact moment. But the first stage is where he's in his dream, in his dragon warriors, his dream attire, and he basically has to start off with a kung fu fight and stuff against croc bandits, wolf bandits, and all other sorts of bandits that have been there. And it starts after when he goes like, enough talk, let's fight. And then goes fight, and then starts to continue the fight too. However, that fight stops and then gets to the second stage of the level where Poe must do those action sequences, or actually start building up some stuff too, cooking some material, and then do the action sequence. And that's where second players come in. Second player is none other than Mr. Pang. So you get to unlock both Poe and, of course, Mr. Pang in the first level. It's kind of obvious, really. Second level, sort of like how Kung Fu Poe, not just Poe, well, in the free roam, you basically have to go all the way up to free roam. The first level would be, okay, for funniness, we should just make it so that you got free roam, no level, just you get to the second level. So you have to climb 1,000 stairs just to get to the Jade Palace, which will unlock the stage. However, it will be, in a way, singular way. So let's see. Have Tigress and Viper. No, wait. It has to be one of those times, like, if you're doing a multiplayer, playing with someone else, then you got, like, wait your turn. Like, so if it's second player, first player can be Tigress at the end. No, hold on. They must all be there acquainted for and doing their own sorts of tasks. But it'll be like switch up to rounds. So, oh my gosh, that's so weird of how to do it. I mean, Monkey shows his acrobatic skills. Crane shows his flying skills. Viper shows her technical skills with her slippery moves. Mantis uses his then Mantis goes super fast and uses his lightning fast attacks, or lightning speed attacks, as well as some strength too. So even though he's a tiny figure, he's a big Lego figure, but small, but he gets a free bonus as a big Lego figure in a way. I mean, he's strong enough to lift a panda, an ox, a bear, a gorilla, anything. So, he would also be able to do the small hole exercises. Dang, I forgot about Poe. If Poe... Oh yeah, that's another thing. They can block. All of them can block. Kung Fu Panda characters can block because they're martial artists in a way. So the last character obviously is Tigress. So while you're playing as the Ep.5, Poe is secretly getting his stuff set up so that he can fly. Yep, and then yes, that. I do not know much of the other episodes, levels, but when it comes to, let's just say you start playing the bad guy. Oh yeah, you gotta do a little free roaming thing first with Kung Fu Panda. Poe needs to learn to master, but of course, even if he tries his best, he still fails. But tries his best at least. And third level is where you play as Tai Lung, no one else, just a whole singular level as you try to escape. But maybe there will be a second villain in there. It could be, well, it couldn't be it couldn't be like Hoondoon the Rhino, whose horn broke and did not, and was so angry at Poe for how he got hit, made him lose his job. Although technically it was really Tai Lung, since it was he destroyed it, so it wouldn't be Hoondoon in that story. There really could be any villain out there, but none of them showed up until after the movie came in, when the Legends of Awesomeness hit. Oh yeah, the Legends of Awesomeness should also be a secondary form of campaign, like the Legends of Awesomeness, to those little Paws of Destiny, or even the Dragon Knight. Now those will be later discussed, but back to the third level, you basically just have to fight off 100 rhinos like they were nothing, using nerve attack skills and power, and you doing some action sequences too to escape. Like start off the level with action sequences to escape your prison. Then you go all the way up to dodging, and then throwing them, climbing, and acrobatic skills and whatnot. Yada yada, fighting, and then blowing up the main gate. Fourth level, let's see. Fourth level. I guess Poe tries his best. I mean, by himself, actually. Or actually, there was a thing, like Lego Star Wars, the first one. The one with both the non-talking one, not this from the Skywalker saga, or the first, or the New Hope with Luke with Mark Hamill. So this would technically be a first and second player. Like second player would have to be switching to different characters. I mean, testing power against. Or actually, you basically face off against Poe. I mean, Poe has to go through so many people. Bow staff fighting with Monkey. To well, still he doesn't really fight Tigress. I don't really see him fighting Crane either, or actually, it kind of would be a little bit. Or nah, I think he would get his butt kicked by Viper, but at least she's so friendly. That's my other favorite character, the Kung Fu Panda. I guess in a way, second player has to kick your butt, but there needs to at least be fairness. Like, even though it has to be exactly like the way it is, you still have to fight off Poe. So maybe there was these little action sequences in mid-game, while in-game, no cutscenes, not even those special action sequences. Sort of like when you can lock on them, like Kung Fu arts can lock on. So that means Poe can lock on with either Shifu, Tai Lung, Tigress, Mantis, Viper. No, he could either do it with Shifu, Viper, Tai Lung, Mantis, Monkey. Hold on. Let me try again. Face off against Shifu, Tai Lung, Viper, Tigress, Monkey, Mantis, and Crane, or any other Kung Fu artist that faces him in the future movies. And then, after a little while, it leads up to the fourth, where Tigress and the others face off against Tai Lung on a bridge. But of course, we all know how that ends. They get their butts whooped, their tails between their legs, and actually, I think that would sort of be like two stages in a way. Tigress. Well, no, actually three stages. Tigress tries to fight them, but then her gets help. Like no Crane involved, but maybe Viper and Monkey. Since Mantis holds up the thing and it's up. But Crane starts flying. He's flying. You can't use him yet until he's needed. So he comes in at the last part of the second stage. And after it activates a sort of like action sequence where you place Tai Lung under vines, but of course, it enters third stage 2 at that moment, as you get to play as Tai Lung, because you face off against. You basically play as both the hero and villains in that. I don't know. I mean, while that happens, Poe is basically learning how. Oh, of course, why not? So let's see. How does it happen? Oh, wait. Dang it. That was the 5th level. 4th level is where Poe has to go through so much. He has to try free roam there, along with Shifu as a new playable character. You don't technically unlock Tai Lung until the last level, which of course is the villain thing. Then you go play as Poe and Shifu until technically it feels like more of a. It's one of those second player things, like be fair in a way, but you still gotta know that it has to be Poe that wins. Or basically they just build and then whoever, then they're all the way up to for the dumpling fight. Then the 5th level, which I just explained it to you all. And what's the 6th level, you may ask? The 6th level is where, while all of the residents of the Jade Valley, of the Valley of Peace, along with wounded. Oh yeah, actually no. We should actually have. Here's the thing. Let's have it like Shifu basically fights Tai Lung by himself, single player. It's multiplayer in the beginning stage because you gotta use Tigress, a wounded Crane. Well, a few of them were still working at least, to help protect the residents. But then shortly after, there's a cutscene where Poe learns that's really the secret to the Dragon Scroll is that it's always been you. You gotta believe in yourself. Then the second stage, Tai Lung attacks Shifu, which of course you have to play as Tai Lung. And then third stage, you basically go in a full-on battle with Tai Lung as Poe. Fourth stage, Poe gets up, learns that he's immune to the nerve attack, and even if he does get nerved, Tai Lung gets knocked back. And then action sequence happen. Poe beats up Tai Lung, belly up, lets him fall, finishes this off with another action sequence. The skadoosh, the skadoosh, and it ends the level. And that means you've gotten all the characters that you got to play as in the first movie. So, in terms of the character looks, let's just say Poe would look exactly like him, but unlike Shrek, Shrek has a little butt belly, while Poe has a big belly since he's a panda. In forms of attack, he can use mixed martial arts. He can double jump. And as a special, right bumper would allow you to block, and then you can perform certain attacks after blocking when an enemy hits you, like the iron belly technique or the iron butt technique when enemies attack you from behind, or the panda roll. And the panda roll would have to be activated by pressing B. So yeah, although technically it would be nice to see if the whooshy finger hold could be used as another attack, like hold B, or yeah, you know what? No. Left bumper is like B would be kick attacks mostly. Panda roll would be left bumper. Hold X to use the power of the whooshy finger hold since it's fighting. X for punches, B for kicks. And that would be for him. So Poe is a big Lego figure who can lift stuff. Since he's a giant panda, his strength isn't clear, so he can lift big Lego figure objects and can smash through stuff in a way. He's also acrobatic, so he can use kung fu artists. Like basically, majority of the Kung Fu Panda characters can use those little acrobatic poles. Can jump high. Tigress, however, can cut with vines or rope with her claws. And also smash stuff because tigers are one of the largest jungle cats ever, but she possesses that strength. So she's like a minifigure who possesses a strength, sort of like She-Hulk and Luke Cage. Crane is obviously going. Wait, Viper. Viper can access small hole accesses just like Mantis. But Viper can also use herself as a, well, sorta as a grappling hook in a way. Yeah, that would probably work. And when it comes to Mantis, lightning fast attack. So that means you can go like against so many people or stuff. He's also a tiny figure, sort of like Tigress as a minifigure, but instead of that, goes to fight, smashes through with that strength of his and his pickup stuff. So he's also a big Lego figure too, but in tiny proportions. Anyway, Monkey, acrobatic, can use staff accesses, sort of like how Finn can use sword accesses, or sword keys, or sword locks, or whatever they were called, or sword mechanisms. He can use staff mechanisms. Monkey can. Also double jump, and can climb since he's a monkey. Basically, all of them can climb in a way, in a sense. But if you hold X, you can be able to access another thing of his. Instead of kicking, he would mostly use his hands and feet with X, but holding X allows you to throw banana peels in a way, or press B just to leave them behind you, because he can also use his little tail grab from the first Kung Fu Panda game, but that can only work as long as he's up in the air. So press A and X at the same time, and that'll work. Or better yet, B, because the B is actually going to activate his tail attack. So B, not X. No. Right bumper would be using his bananas. Left bumper would be to drop them. Right bumper is to throw them. While B is to perform attacks with its tail. So tail attack like a roundhouse tail swipe to knock back enemies. But he can also, in the air, be able to go like a yo-yo and sort of like Sonic's homing attack, only a tail attack. And Crane. Now we're on to Crane, who can fly, obviously. So double tap A to fly, but he can use both wings and his feet to attack. Not to mention he has this ability where his right bumper allows him to block. Dag nabbit, I forgot. I completely forgot. All of them have the ability to block, so they need at least right bumper to block, because it'll activate a little block special attack, a block attack, in the form of any of them. Viper, however, can use left bumper and probably control enemy players and use them as her own, like puppets and stuff. The puppet technique. Or even squeeze armor when it comes to those, like still using the same ability, but able to squeeze the armor off of tough enemies. And when it comes to Crane, he can just basically use wind attacks, block. Okay, all of them can block. All of them can block. Oh wait, I forgot. Viper uses her tail as her main attack, so that would be X, but her B can be something more of a... I honestly do not know. Maybe heal her allies? Or no. She can use... No, wait. Her tail could still be the thing, but we remember one thing. She's a ribbon dancer, but she has not used ribbon dances in a long time. So there's also the shorts we need to go through with, such as the Secrets of the Five, Secrets of the Masters. Like, you gotta unlock a lot of styles for these DreamWorks characters, because this needs to be good. Like, they're small episodes in a way, but you still get it done. So when it comes to, say, there's a lot of stuff really going on. And we'll actually dive into their character abilities a little bit later. I mean, Shifu's obviously going to be fast. Tai Long uses his nerve attack. Mr. Pen can basically just cook stuff to... Yeah, that's actually a thing. He'll cook food to heal his allies and actually use cooking materials like frying pans or rolling pins to attack enemies. Because what's he going to do? Slap him? Nah, he will need something to help him. Oh, he can also fly too. A lot of stuff really with the whole Kung Fu Panda character stuff. But for anywho, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time for Kung Fu Panda 2 and how we'll get onto it, because, hey, I never wrote it down, and it would be very difficult to write it down. I tried for a project at school for Lego My Little Pony, which of course I don't think that will actually happen, but give or take with what's going on with the world. Anywho, goodbye.